2001, when I was getting into high school. I was 14 years old, and I discovered this program called Hypermedia Flash. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Flash, but it was this animation tool that was made by Hypermedia in the late 90s to make web content. So when I was 14, I found a copy, I pirated a copy from the internet, and I started making cartoons for fun and teaching myself how to animate. And I would make cartoons and post them on Newgrounds.com for reviews. And I got one of them here, one of my earliest ones that I made in 2001, called Tee Off.
I love this country club.
I hear ya. What was that? Too bad. What a horrible way to die.
I'm not dead, you son of a...
Yeah, so that's what I did when I was 15 years old. While everyone else was going to parties and doing homework and all that stuff, I was at home animating late into the night. I made dozens of these, and you can find them if you search hard enough. I'm not going to tell you where, but if you want to find lots of gratuitous stick figure violence, there's a lot of those up there. So anyway, while I was making these cartoons, I met a lot of people who were doing the same thing around the world who were also making Flash animations, including a guy named Dave McElfatrick in Ireland who was making the same sort of stuff. And we started collaborating more often. And another guy named Matt Melvin was making a website called sticksuicide.com. So the three of us started collaborating and, voice acting for each other, doing backgrounds for each other and making cartoons just across the ocean together. And as the years went on, we started getting a very small following, a couple thousand people who would go to our website, post on our forums, watch our cartoons as they came out every 6 months to a year, whenever we had time to release them. And one of the people who signed up for our website was a guy named Chris Wilson. He was 16 years old. I was 18 or 19 at the time. And he started posting these comics that he was making called Kamikaze. And there were these fat stick figures. There were 4 to 6 panels, hilarious. He started posting them on our forums, and I became a huge fan immediately. I started making my own comics in that style, like as a fan. I would make these fan comics for him, and then I would make contests where other people on the forums could post their comics as well. And one day in 2004, early 2005, I was talking to Chris Wilson on MSN Messenger, and I said, hey, I really like your comics. They're fun to write, they're fun to work, it's a fun style. What if we, worked together and made a daily comic for as long as we can, just for fun? I mean, there's no money involved, so we were just doing this as a hobby. Chris said, yeah, let's try it. So we changed the name from Kamikaze to Cyanide Happiness from one of his early comics. And in January 2005, we started making the daily comic. And this is one of the early ones I made, which is also kind of autobiographical. This is how I feel at all times. The blue guy is the internet, the green guy is me. So that went on for a few years, but because we were all animators, one thing that we really wanted to do, in all of our minds, kind of the end game for Cyanide Happiness, was to go back to what we were doing, to start animating again, make it animated, bring it to motion, bring it to life. So in 2006, 2007, almost immediately after we started the Comic Up, we started making these really short cartoons just for fun. And we would make them in our free time, in addition to the comics. There's no schedule. We'd make one, then 3 months later make another one, then 6 months later maybe. But I brought the very first short we made called The Sign here. You can play that.
Ah, shit!
So the first like 4 or 5 shorts we made, we treated them almost exactly like the comics. There'd be no background, simple characters, very basic voice acting and stuff. And you might have noticed the credits was just my name over and over. I could have just put it once, but instead I put my name there 6 times. So like, that's the way we approached the early shorts. Each of us would sit down by ourselves and write and create an entire animation. And we slowly realized that this wasn't the best way to do animation. It would cause us to be super stressed out, a very irregular release schedule, and also we wanted to push the quality further. We wanted to like add music. We wanted to, do proper backgrounds, crazy camera angles, all kinds of like cool directing and stuff. So for our 7th or 8th short, Dave and I decided to divide up the work more, where he would do the backgrounds, I would do the animation. We found a guy to compose music for it. We brought in a second animator to help out with a few shots. And the quality difference, I'll let you guys judge for yourself. This is these shorts were released about 2 years apart. This next one's called Waiting for the Bus.
Wait for me! Stop the bus! Stop the bus! You gotta stop the bus, man! Stop the bus!
I can't stop this bus!
What? Why?
There's a bomb on board! If this bus ramps over 50 miles an hour, we're all dead!
Just like in that movie?
Yeah, except in real life!
Wait, does that mean I'm running over 50 miles per hour?
See for yourself!
Oh shit! That's pretty fast!
Fast? Are you kidding me? You gotta be the fastest man in the world!
You gotta help me, man! What do I do? What do I do?
You got some real talent, kid! You gotta set some goals for yourself and reach them! You got your whole life ahead of you! Shoot for the stars, kid! And don't let nobody hold you down!